Madam President, so what's the plan?
Congress is authorizing a special zero-day commission, hunting down anyone who aided and abetted.
Hi, Angela.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Thank you for doing this. Thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
There's a scene in the last episode that really struck me about how you want to do good, but you also have interest. That conversation that you have with Robert De Niro's character about your future in politics and what was going on. After doing this show and learning about politics and learning about your character because she's the president, is anything has changed in your mind about how politics are made or rules, or whether you take any interest in one side or no other side based on your interest?
Yeah, that was a very interesting scene. But no, I'm not a very, extremely political person that way, to note the ins and outs, because it's just it's a lot going on at every moment with so many different interests and intentions. So I feel that it sort of puts me on edge, gives me a little anxiety. So I have to take it in moderate doses, But I enjoyed this character in that, it's what you see is not all that it is to her. That she, there are a lot of different interests and intentions from those in the tech industry, in the government, in business, and she has her own as well. And it is to get that second term, get another turn, but another opportunity to do as much good as she can. But she has to play that chess move,
Because when you call this a person Mullen, you have to fix this. Doesn't like you have to do this. You have to fix it because it's also politics important for me, for people like you. So it's like a balance between that, and I think it worked. It worked at the end because it was like a good chemistry between all politics and new politics. Also different gender, so like people can understand like the mentality as a woman and in charge is different than he had in charge. And that's why I want to talk. It's a different mindset when you have to portray this character, because you did Wakanda, you were the head of charge, but you were very vocal, you were very passionate, you were very, outgoing. Here is more calm, more passive, but also your face, your words mattered a lot.
Well, it was interesting that was a kingdom that was largely, unknown to the rest of the world,
And this is a different kingdom.
And this one, the entire world knows, a world stage that it's on. And, being America, being a forerunner and those who are out front and very important. So it's a calm and a measuredness I felt was needed, a little different from that.
And being a queen. Being a woman, a black woman, rooting probably one of the strongest country in the world, and having this issue that can happen anywhere. Because now we're exposed with technology, because this couldn't happen 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And we have now this exposure of technology. They can be both sides. It can help us a lot, but also it can hurt us a lot.
Exactly.
What is your point of view of technology, of the using that we have now with AI, with all these things that we have access to it, that we didn't have 20 years ago?
I agree with you. It's how we use it and the degree, that we do. I'm not so sure I'm a great fan of AI in terms of being a performer and what that, what can happen there in that realm. But sometimes when I'm writing a speech, I love the AI, help me out with this. How would I say this, in a smoother, more concise way or whatever. And usually I've typed it out so much that it's not very much different. But I'm not the most tech savvy individual. My kids are, I still prefer pen and paper and, communication. And so I think it sometimes for me, it sort of tends to separate us, or it's a cold, we remain here as opposed to here with each other. And being an actor and a performer, it's all about, the human interactions, human nature, and putting that, on screen as opposed to, being so in your device. So I think it's a false closeness that engenders, and got to somehow manage that for ourselves better.
Okay. Where I come from, people love you. The Dominican Republic admire you and love you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Have a great day.